Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Feather Run. Today, instead of a full training vlog, I'm gonna do a little pistol standards challenge. It is the standards, as put together by the Atlas Group. If you're in Atlanta or North Georgia, or you can get out that way, take a class with them, shoot their match. Those guys are fantastic. Anyway, what they did is put the KB standards and US SOCOM stuff together, and I can't find exactly what those are. The closest thing I found is the CSAT standards online. Anyway, what this is 10 different courses of fire. You do each twice. You've got to get 16 of them completed successfully, and you can't double fail any specific one or else it's an overall fail. There's a lot of different things to it, and I'll go through them here. I'll also toss them up on screen if you want to pause it and screenshot. When I say ready for these, what I mean is the high compressed ready, which is just basically a basketball width between your hands and your torso. You're not aiming down your sights, but all you got to do is punch out and have the gun right there. So, first drill. These are all 7 yards, until I say otherwise. Ready 1, which is from ready, shoot 1. Ready 2, from ready, shoot 2. Ready 1 on 2 targets. Go left to right, then right to left. Holster 1, so draw and shoot 1. Ready transfer, which is strong hand, shoot 1. Weak hand, shoot 1. Ready 1, reload 1. Ready 6 rhythm, which is a bill drill where your shot times have to have a .05 tolerance or less to be successful. Tap rack, which is from the ready, get on target, pull trigger, click no bang. Tap, rack, live round. Now from 25 yards, you've got draw 1, which is draw and shoot 1. And then 1 in 50, which from the 50-yard line, take your one shot again. Alternately for the 1 in 50, you can go to the 25-yard line and use a reduced size target, which is a 3x3 square. Targets for all of these other than that are going to be a 6x11 rectangle, which is within 1/10 of an inch to a USPSA A-zone in the center. So that's probably what I'll be using. Today's October 9th, 2025, and I last did this October 6th, 2024. So it's been almost nearly a year. I got 7 of 20 last time, so I wasn't training very hard, and yeah, I deserved 7 of 20. It wasn't very good. Today, I'm hoping to do a lot better. I've definitely been shooting a whole lot more than I was this time last year. It's really duty-related standards, so it's designed, I guess, for out-of-the-waistband stuff, but today I'll be running it with the RXM in the waistband. New holster for me, Incog X, so I'm going to be fighting through not quite knowing it as well. Hopefully it doesn't slow me down too much. These standards are neat because you don't need a nice outdoor range to go do them. As long as you can draw, you can do them at an indoor range, and you just probably have to use the 25-yard alternate with the small target for the 1 in 50. I would recommend doing this without knowing the par times. That way you can push yourself just a little harder and not phone it in if you know exactly what you have to do. When we did this in class, Will, the instructor, if you didn't make par time, he would just look at you and say faster, which was a nice little motivation. All these are scored as go or no go. There's no partial credit. You have to get your shot in the box and do it under par time for it to count. Anyway, without further ado, let's go see how I score. All right, standard 1, ready 1, 7-yard line. A 076. Do it again. A 075. 7 yards again. Ready 2, so 2 shots from the ready. All A 104. Yep. All A 1 exactly. I don't know the par times, but I'm pretty sure that's all in it so far. It's going to be ready 1 on 2 targets. So first one is left to right, then I'll do right to left. They're 1 yard apart. Okay. 2A, 113, and then I'll go the other direction. Through a Charlie. Just above the A zone on the second target. So that's going to be a fail. And 109, but time doesn't matter because it's a fail. Holster 1, 7 yards. So from draw, which I'm making it harder for myself, hit an A zone. That's going to be a fail. 217 was too slow, I would think. The hit was good. I just missed the draw. New Safariland. So be it. That should be a gimme, so that sucks that I just missed that. That's going to be rough. Bad but better, 146. So ready transfer, starting here, shoot one, transfer, shoot the other. This is gonna be rough because I don't shoot offhand ever, so. Two alphas, 268. This one doesn't stipulate which hand to start with to switch them, so I'm gonna do strong weak again. Charlie that second shot with the left hand. So that's gonna be a fail. Shit, 2 fails already. Not looking good, dude. 1R1, 7 yards. I don't know if this has to be slide lock or not. It doesn't specify, so I'm not gonna go from slide lock. Abysmal. Abysmal, 3-2-3. I would assume that missed par time. I fumbled getting it into Magwell. .281. I threw a Charlie off the left on the first shot. I just tried to whip it up there too fast, so that's a fail. So ready rhythm 6 from the ready, shoot a bill drill, but it's got to be at a steady cadence. So the split time can't be greater than 0.05, I think. All alphas. I got to take a second to scribble some times down. 28, 27, 26, 27, 26. Consistent. Pretty sure that'll be a pass. And overall time 212. Let's just replicate that. All good hits. 204. Let me check split times. 28, 27, 25, 29. That difference between the 2.9 and the 2.5 was almost a fail, but made it. Tap rack. So this one, basically from the ready, shoot one, nothing happens, tap, rack, shoot another. So I just put a round in the chamber there, and I have to clear that. This one you can cheat a little bit just because you know the gun's gonna be dry. So. A193. Dead center A, 195. All right, draw one, 25 yards. Let's take a step back. So I've got folks in the bays next to me, so what I'm gonna do here, instead of shooting the A zone for the 1 in 50, I'm gonna shoot that 3x3 square in the head. That's the alternate target. And for the 1 in 25, I'll just be shooting the A zone like usual. Let's go back and do it. Last two is gonna be draw one, which is 25 yards. USPSA A zone at 25 on the draw. Unfortunately for draw one at 25, I know the par time. It's 3 seconds, so I know I don't have to rip the gun out of the holster real fast and crank the shot off as fast as possible. I can take my time and get a good hit. Let's see if that actually works out in practice. 248, we'll check the hit after. 237. Both well under par time. And then while I'm standing here before I check the hits, I'll just do the 1 in 50 because I gotta do it from the 25. So this one is from the ready and there is no par time. It's at whatever pace you need. So I've got a 3x3 white box I put up in the headshots of one of these targets. Just gonna take 2 shots and we'll see if I can land the hits. I'm probably about 30% on these, so I'm not sure if I'll do what I need to here. I think that might have been a miss. Nailed it right in the center. Let's go take a look. For 1 in 25, there's our hits, about as perfect as you could ask for, maybe with more speed. And the 1 in 50, there's that first one that I called as a miss, although I called it to be higher off in this section. Second one, right between the eyes, perfect shot. So that's gonna be 2 passes for this, 1 pass, 1 fail here. So I finished shooting, did all my scores. Let's take a look at what happened. So for the first one, ready 1, 7 distance, 1 second par time. Got my hit on both attempts and did it in .76 and .75, so 2 goes. Hell yeah, good start. Ready 2, 1.25 second par time. I did it in 104 and 1 exactly, all hits, so 2 more goes. Ready 1 on 2 targets, 7 yards, 2.5. Got my first fail here. The first attempt, I got it. Good hits and 1.13 seconds. The second attempt, I missed the hit, so I pulled the transition shot over the target and shot to the left of the alpha and got a Charlie, so that's my first no-go right there. Holster 1 was also a no-go. On the first attempt, I missed the draw and got a 2.17 second run. Par time was 150. The second run, I got a 1.46 draw, which was kind of slow, but I got my hit, so 1 go, 1 no-go. Ready transfer. This went kind of poorly for me. I failed both of these, so even if I got everything else perfect, because I failed 2 of the same, I failed overall. Ready transfer's par time was 2.5 seconds. I don't train offhand, and clearly I need to, because I did it in 2.68, and then my second run, I did it in 2.51, but I took a miss. So time was bad on both. One was hit good, but it doesn't matter because the time was bad. So work more offhand. That's 2 no-goes. Rough. Ready 1, reload 1. First one, hits were good. 3.23, par time was 3.25, so I just barely squeaked that one in. Second one was 2.81, but I took a miss because I think the first shot, if I remember, I just snapped it up and missed before I even got to the reload. 1 go, 1 no-go. Ready 6 rhythm, I got 2 goes here. The par time was 3 seconds, so for a bill drill, not even from the draw, that's ridiculously easy. The real thing here is going to be the cadence. My split times were .28, 2.7, 2.6, 2.7, 2.6. So not without .05 from each other. And the second time was 2.8, 2.7, 2.5, 2.9, 2.7. So I got a .04 tolerance there, but I was able to keep it in .05, so that's 2 goes. Tap rack again from 7 yards. Par time for that one was going to be 2.50. I did it in 1.93 and 1.95. Good hits, 2 goes, hell yeah. When I moved back to 25 yards for draw 1, I got 2 goes there. The hits were both beautifully centered up on the A-zone, and it was a 2.48 and a 2.37 time. Par time for draw 1 at 25 was 3 seconds. So honestly, I wanted to go faster. 3 seconds almost feels like an eternity on a draw 1, but you really do have time to work with on that one. For the 1 in 50, because my bay was only about 30, 40 yards, and I had people in the ones next to me, I couldn't back it up behind the bay, so I had to do it from the 25-yard line. I used a 3x3 square that I just put in the head, and I missed the first one, just, I don't know, an inch or so over the square, if not less. And the second one, I made the shot, so 1 no-go, 1 go. So I got 14 out of 20, which is double the score I made a year ago, so awesome there. But 14 out of 20 is a fail. And even if I'd gotten 16 out of 20, I got 2 no-goes on the same drill, which was ready transfer, which tells me I need to work on my transition to my weak hand and shooting with my weak hand. Some easy screw-ups, honestly, on the ready 1 for 2 targets. At 7 yards, transitioning over like that shouldn't be an issue. That's something I got to work on, obviously. And then the 1 reload 1, I just rushed the first shot trying to get into the reload. That's on me. Oops. If you want to try this yourself, I'll have it up on screen again right here. They sound mostly easy, but if you slip up once or twice, you can really just tank your whole score and throw the whole thing out. So it is a good standard to practice too. There's obviously a million other things you can train, and you should train, but the more you know about how you shoot, the better. I'm going to do this again in a few months, maybe wait a whole year, I don't know. I will do this again. I will pass this at some point. As always, I've been Feather Run. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll post it right here. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.